Hi, I'm Queenie with Bullet Point News, and joining me is Micole Rubinoff and Devra Ranieri, who started the WS Butterflyway Project in 2021. Assisting with the Butterflyway Project, creating crafts at event tables and handing out the giveaways is Micole's adult son, Ethan, who is on the autism spectrum. Micole and Devra, welcome to Bullet Point News.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for joining us. Can you tell us a bit about the Butterflyway Project and how it got started here in Stouffville?
Well, I heard from Devra that she wanted to get me to join up as a ranger, and so we wondered what is it that we were going to do. I worked in Stouffville managing the recreation for 21 years, so I had lots of contacts in town, and we thought we would just put it out there and start doing some things just to get people engaged. We went to council first thing, and we put a canoe garden up at Colchis Park, and it was great because it's a great awareness. When people see it, they ask questions. We have signs there. We put out a call to the residents for a canoe to be donated, and we got 7 canoes. So we're looking for other places to put them. There's one at the museum in Stouffville. There's one up at George's, the ice cream place up at the lake. And we have a few more that we're looking to place.
At the upcoming May 3rd meeting, you'll be asking something of council. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. So there's a lot of municipalities that are becoming designated as a bee city. What we're doing through the David Suzuki Butterflyway Project is basically a citizen-led effort that we're trying to get people to just plant native in their yards, because you really can make a difference with what you're doing in your own space. And we just wanted to take it to the next level because the bee city designation has the municipality buying into the whole concept. And we thought that with the municipality taking part and being a part of this whole movement of what we're doing, the citizens would see that and the community would have more to embrace. But we also wanted, maybe a little leniency. People are starting to grow native gardens in their front lawns, and a manicured lawn is sort of a passe thing, but you can call by law if your neighbors have a what you think is a messy lawn. So we wanted to be able to establish maybe some different guidelines around that kind of thing.
Could you tell us about the Bee City program and what this designation would entail for the town?
Um, it's really a recognition piece. What we need to do is we need to have council sign a declaration that they want to become a bee city. They have to submit a application form just to say what are some of the things that we're going to do to be a bee city, and it's a buy-in. So instead of, I don't know, planting whatever, maybe they'll plant native plants. And it's an awareness that the town will take part in being aware of what it is that they're doing. The town does a lot already, and it's a great thing because they're not spraying pesticides. They do have naturalized areas. So they're already doing it, but it's just not all brought together into one package. And so this way we'll be able to have everything that people can see that the town really is doing a lot of things. Our Butterflyway project team, it was just the 2 of us. We've had 4 more people, 3 more, 3 more people join, 4 more, sorry, 4 more people join. And so we're growing as well. And we're here to help. We're doing public events, and we're doing things that we're engaging the public and educating. So we're hoping that we can do more of that, and we would help the town. Obviously, hopefully we'll be able to work together on doing these things.
What are some of the biggest threats to pollinators?
Um, well, the pesticides for sure, and development. It's crazy when you think about it, because I've gardened all my life, and I never really thought of it that what I'm doing, people come to my garden to feed. And so if there's no garden, or you're just planting exotic plants, or you're coming in and taking everything out because you're building houses, it takes all those plants away, and where is the nature supposed to go? So with the Butterflyway project and with the Bee City project, the whole idea really for us with the Butterflyway is get more plants in the ground. You know, you can have a pot, you can have a garden, you can have acres of fields of native plants, but something. We have charts on how far can a butterfly fly or how far can a bee fly before they need to eat again. And you know, manicured lawns and pesticides don't help. There's no food there. And also when people are spraying, you know, a mosquito eats poison, well then, you know, you have a bird eating that and larger birds eating that, and it just goes up the chain that it just gets spread. So we're just trying to alleviate some of that awareness for the people, plant more plants, and try to counteract, I guess, what's happening with, you know, land being cleared to be able to build houses or to build whatever.
Outside of becoming a bee city, what can individual community members do to protect pollinators?
Um, Lots. Planting native plants is a big thing. Um, Not using pesticides, having designated areas in their garden that are just left alone. Um, lots of bugs nest in the ground over winter. So just raking the leaves and raking things up. It's supposed to be that if you do it after the temperatures are 10 degrees, above 10 degrees on a regular basis, that's when everything emerges. So you're not going to be destroying eggs or insects that are underground. Fireflies apparently lay their eggs underground. I didn't know that. Um, and then just little things like bee baths. I've never heard of that before. Like I'm thrilled with bee baths. It's water and it's something that I never thought about, that the bees and the butterflies and the insects and everything, they need water too. They need something to drink. And so these little bee baths is really just the bottom of a pot or a shallow dish with some rocks in it so they don't drown, filled with water. And it gives them somewhere that they can go and have a drink. Um, I don't know,
The
anything
lawn,
else? You
yeah,
know,
don't cut the grass so much.
well, with the lawn, there's this whole, you know, no mow May, and I've been looking into it just to see sort of what the deal is on this. And again, it's more about getting the plants into the ground. You know, if you're not cutting your grass, maybe leave a spot on your lawn to let it just grow so that it's not all manicured and nice, because that's more of a desert. Um, Plant is the main thing that we're looking at, is to plant the pollinator plants, and it's an easy thing to do. Like, you just plant a garden and make sure it's the right things that you're planting. I never thought of that before either, that, you know, everything that's adapted over the years, certain insects adapted certain plants, and what we're trying to do is bring in non-native plants because they look nice, or you know, it's not something that grows on its own. I just read something actually that weeds were given the name weeds because they were things that grew on their own. You didn't have to plant them. Doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's just something that can grow on our own. So it's a lot cheaper for people to let, you know, the goldenrod or the milkweed or asters grow. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to buy it, and they're pretty sturdy. So you can have an area of your garden that has plants, but with little to no upkeep.
What else do you and the Butterflyway Project have planned for 2023?
Oh, see, I brought I had it all written down, and I brought it because I thought if I don't, I'll forget. Um, we're doing quite a bit. We're going to be at Strawberry Festival this year, and they're going to have an environmental section. So when we go to these areas and we have a table, we'll be at the farmers market on May 20th. Um, and we basically have information available for people. Information, just what should I plant, what should I grow. We also got a grant from the Legacy Foundation this year, and we bought a whole bunch of signs. We made a whole bunch of signs. You can see it in the background. I'm helping to grow a butterflyway. There's a QR code on there that takes you to the David Suzuki Butterflyway site. And there's a wealth of information on there, just in terms of what I should plant, what I can plant in sun and shade, what's native, what's not, what's invasive. Um, and then we have seed packets that we're giving out. We've got seed starter kits. This is the best. So we got people to donate They're takeout containers because this is a greenhouse. It works. I've never had such success with seeds before. So we're putting seeds inside. We're putting a little instructions on what to do. Put in a piece of paper towel, close the lid, put in some water, and in like 3 to 7 days, you've got seeds sprouting that you can then plant into the soil. So we're giving these away. We've got plants that we ordered through this grant from the name, the native plants.
Lignacia.
No, the native plant plates. I'll think of it. But we're getting 200 plants that we have, and so we have things posted on our Facebook site and on the Stouffville Bulletin and a lot of other different places for people to just send us an email if they want to sign and if they want to plant. We'll have the plants available May 20th at the farmers market. The signs we've been dropping off as people have asked for it. And I tell you that it's so exciting for me to be driving around town and seeing our signs up on people's lawns, because I mean, people are buying into this, people are supporting it, and they're educating other people because it's something that you'd ask about. What's a butterflyway? Um, and really, a butterflyway is a path, I guess, of 12 or more gardens or plants within the same vicinity. So if there's 12 gardens within the same area, there's lots of places for the insects to go from one spot to the next. And it's really wide open. You know, again, you can have one plant in a pot or you can have a huge garden. It doesn't matter, it's something. And the more people do, hopefully the more that they'll do with that in future. And then
What are the best way?
and then going to council for the Bee City. That's next week.
What are the best ways for residents to stay updated and learn more about the Butterfly Way project and the Bee City program?
We have a Facebook page and we have a Facebook group. The group is a private group so that people can post and it's a little bit more engaging. It's WS Butterflyway Project is how to get to it, and we have an Instagram site as well. So we're all new, and I do a lot of the Facebook stuff. I'm still trying to figure out the page and the group, and but we've got a lot of people. We've got 150 people that are following us that have joined the group. My son does the Instagram page. He's using this as his homeschooling. And when people write comments, he has to read them. And so it's wonderful. But he's got 350 followers on the Instagram site. And it's a great wealth of knowledge just going in and seeing the people who are following us and the people that we're following on that site, because it's all the horticultural societies across Canada. And Ottawa Horticultural Society joined last week, and then all the butterflyway groups that are again across Canada. There's just such a wealth of knowledge out there that everybody's willing to share, because it's nothing that you want to keep to yourself. It's we want to share because we want everybody to know what's going on.
Newspaper.
Oh, and then we had an ad in the local newspaper, the Sun Tribune, and then I think for this month there's a digital ad running that is to our site and that links you right to our Facebook group. So it really has
Great.
come along.
Wonderful. Well, Micole and Devra, thank you so much for joining us at Bullet Point News today.